Okay, so we talked about China. Oh, wait, should I say hello? I guess I should say hello. Hello again to the world that's probably not listening to me, but it's fine. So today I thought, let's talk about Japan. I have a very brief ESL experience in Japan. About 3 months actually. As you can probably tell, it was not a very positive experience. And so, take my opinion with a grain of salt because, some people have a good time, other people don't have a good time. I had a very, very bad time. I've been kind of wanting to make a video about it for quite some time and maybe I'll make a more detailed video about it, a more scathing review, if you will, at a later date. But right now I'm tired. It's 10 o'clock at night and I don't feel like going into like extreme details about my horrible experience because it was mildly traumatic. But anyway, basically I figured let's talk about what you can expect from ESL life in Japan. So first, let's talk about the pros, I guess. The pros are, I guess you're in Japan. And if you really like Japan, if you're kind of a weeaboo, you like shit like this, Pokemon, whatever. If you really like Japan, you'll probably be happy, I guess, But if that's not enough for you, then you're probably not going to have the best time of your life. Yeah, so basically the only pro is really that you're in Japan. And I mean, again, if Japan is a good vibe for you, if you like Japan and Japanese things, and that's what you just really want, you're just like, I need to live in Japan, then I mean, like, great, it's probably, you're willing to sacrifice your soul and everything for that, go for it, you'll have the best time of your life. However, if that's not you, then you might be a little surprised by how stressful and not great it can be. So let's go over some of the cons that you can expect. I mean, these are things that, even if you plan to go and you're still like, no, I still want to go. It's like maybe something good to know about, what you can expect. It's probably good to know just before you go there and then suddenly you're like, oh my God, what is this? No. So I have 4 things. This time I made a list and I'm going to go one by one, clearly in a numbered order so it's not as all over the place. So first, money. You're not going to make that much money. Again, you'll be able to live and you'll be able to live relatively comfortably. But again, compared to China, not going to make very much money. Probably you'll make I think I made around 250,000 yen a month, something like that, which is $2,000 a month, which is really not that bad. And it was pretty comfortable and my housing was included. I don't know if that's always the case when it comes to Japan, and that might be a pro. Maybe the housing is included, but I don't know if that's always the case. In the company that I worked with, I did get an apartment, and the money wasn't bad. But it's not really that much. You're not really super, super, super duper comfortable. I guess it's just compared to what the money I had in China, not great. All right, number 2 was you're probably going to be overworked. You're definitely going to be overworked. If your work time starts from 9 or 10, you expect that you have to be there about 10 minutes early. Never get there on time, because being on time is late. If you get there on time, because they basically had a whole inquisition against me a couple times because I would come exactly at 9 and then they would get upset at me that I was there exactly at 9 and not before 9. And I was like, okay, well, I thought we're starting at 9. But no, you're definitely going to probably be there earlier, and then you'll probably have to stay late. Because depending on the kind of school you are, if you're in a smaller school, you're probably going to there's probably not going to be any cleaning staff. So you're expected to clean everything. So every day we have to vacuum and everything, the whole building, and you're going to have to stay late. But then I guess you don't really get paid for that time, but you're just expected to do it. So not great. And then the working situation, again, is going to be quite intense. You don't really have a lot of breaks, or even if you have breaks, you have a lot of free time, it's not really, they expect you to look busy. You might not have anything to do. For me, I had nothing to do. There was nothing to do, but you still have to look like you're doing something. So it's all about pretending. You have to just pretend that you're doing something at all times. And, you know, one time, like, literally me and my friend were sat in a room, like, making things for one of the classes, and we were talking. And then my manager came in and she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, we're making something for the class. And she was like, oh, you guys are talking so much. Oh, like, you know, this is work time, you know, we can't be like, you know, having, like, it shouldn't be like, and basically, essentially what she was saying is that, like, it's work time, so you shouldn't be having fun, you shouldn't be smiling, like, you should be miserable. And I was like, good, great, amazing, love that. Yeah, so it was not really, yeah, so you're probably going to be overworked, you know, and for the pay, not really a very good exchange, to be honest. Yeah, so definitely overworked. You're gonna have to stay late. You're gonna have to come in early. They're gonna expect all kinds of weird stuff from you and expect you to just constantly be just like listening to them and just kind of literally pretending to work all the time. Probably very little flexibility with that too. Okay, third one, you're probably not gonna have any holiday. So in China, you know, you get a lot of holiday typically. In Japan, you'll have the national holidays. You'll like a golden week. You'll have this here and there, you know, occasionally. But you probably won't have like a free holiday, you know, like that you can use. You know, even if it's unpaid paid, you're probably not going to have anything. Or if you do, you'll have a very, very small amount of holiday. You might not even have sick days. Or if you have sick days, they'll probably be like sort of like, oh, it's like a holiday / a sick day. And then even using the holiday will probably be like extremely difficult. Like in my company, it's basically like, you have to basically, if you want to use a day, you have to basically talk to them like months in advance to tell them like, oh my God, you know, I want to like do something. And then they don't let you use them consecutively. You have to use them one by one. And then like a lot of time they won't even approve it. And they're like, oh, you should probably just use it as a sick day. So not great. Yeah, so those are the 3 things. And the 4th one is just really my overall experience, which I think I'm going to go into a very detailed explanation of that experience because honestly, there's a lot of really psychotic things that happened at that school because really, they were not really teaching English at that place. Like, I don't know what the hell they were doing there. It was weird. It was like it felt like a weird English cult. It was strange. Like the whole onboarding experience and orientation. I remember sitting there when I first got to the orientation. I was just like, whoa, what have I gotten myself into? This is not what I signed up for. I don't know what this is. I'm not sure what this is, but I don't like it. Because basically, like basically the trainers are just like jumping, like dancing around in like a little circle, like with all their like weird script that they have. That's completely unnatural. That would never work in like real life, you know. And it was just psychotic. I really wish I had the video to show you because like there was a video, but I don't have it. Anyway, like my overall experience was not good. I literally just kind of like got there, was like, this is not for me. And I left in 3 months, went back to China because I was like, no. So these are some other things that you can probably expect. Maybe I'll make another video where I go into very, very big details about everything because honestly, there's a lot of stories about this. I could definitely talk more about that. But I figured, you know, let's just have a little brief video, get me used to just kind of talking about whatever. And so, yeah. This is what you can expect from your Japan experience. I hope that this has been helpful to you. And yeah, peace, bye, whatever. See ya.